Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Huntsville-Madison County Visitor Center. I'm Bill Sullins, Board Chair for the Huntsville-Madison County Convention and Visitors Bureau, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here today. The Convention and Visitors Bureau is the official city-county agency that promotes our area as a meeting site and visitor destination. The group tour market is an important part of this promotion. Because our community has so much to offer to our student and youth groups, several years ago we created a program called Educational Escapes. This program focuses on promoting our area to these very groups. Educational Escapes offers teachers and student group leaders a free service to simplify the field trip planning process and their ability to create their own customized group itinerary. I'd like to ask Bureau President and CEO Judy Riles to provide us with some additional information on exactly why we've asked you all here today. Thank you, Judy.
First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Sullins for joining us. We appreciate your time this afternoon as well, and want to welcome everyone here because we do have some exciting news that we want to share. The student group tour market is big business for the United States, and in fact, $30 billion is spent on an annual basis within our nation. As you all know, that once these students and educators come to our community, they'll want to come back, and they'll also want to bring their friends and family. Our community is home to some of the smartest, most unique educational opportunities in the nation, and that's because of the hard work of all of our many partners in the attractions industry, and several of them are here today. I would like to take a moment to recognize Dr. Copeland, who has joined us, Superintendent of the Madison County Schools, and we appreciate him supporting this activity. We're fortunate to have some of the finest attractions in the nation, and we've teamed up with those attractions and offer group-specific activities which meet core curriculum requirements in several subject areas. We have promoted the Educational Escapes program to all types of student youth groups with a focus on upper elementary, middle school, and even early high school students as well. We are joined today by several of our participating partners, along with a teacher from the Birmingham area, to share information about why this program is so important to us as a Convention and Visitors Bureau. And it's my pleasure to now ask Pam Williams, who is our Tourism Sales Manager and also the Educational Escapes Program Manager, to fill you in on all the details. Thank you.
Thanks, Judy, and I would like to add my welcome to you all this afternoon. Judy mentioned the promotion of Educational Escapes, and in promoting the new program, Educational Escapes, we have printed collateral pieces, we have social media, we've joined associations, we attend trade shows, and of course we've created a website. Our website was created to match all of our printed collateral materials, and it has served us very well for the last few years of Educational Escapes. But now it's time to make a change. We want to take the website and the program to the next level. So that's why we're here today. We would like to unveil the new Educational Escapes website for you all today. And you'll notice we have our top navigation, of course, right across the top here. We have our main navigation, and the new Educational Escapes logo is highlighted right in the center. It also serves as the home button for the Educational Escapes site. And as you scroll down, this is the header photo slideshow. We have several shots in there right now, and we have the ability to change those in and out and update them as necessary. And as you scroll down the home page, we have a brief welcome and a brief description of the program. And then we have the 6 fields of study that we focus on for the activities that make up the Educational Escapes program. We have all of our partners listed across the bottom, and those are hyperlinks directly to their sites. And then we have our CVB information along the bottom of the home page. And to return to the top here to the main navigation, the Spaces to Play tab is a listing of all of the major participating attractions, our major participating partners, and it's simply a listing of those attractions with their contact information and a brief description of each. You'll also notice on each of the interior pages, you have the search options. You can search by a certain field of study, or you can search by the attraction or learning facility there. The Educational Activities tab is a complete listing of all of the courses or all of the activities that make up Educational Escapes. And currently we have 41 activities at the various locations. Each one has the title of the activity, followed by where it is located. And then you'll see the little icons. The icons designate which field of study is addressed in or during each activity. It gives you a brief description of each activity, and then also gives the course length and any other specific information. So you'll notice that several of them have are multi-discipline courses. The performance opportunities, this is another listing of venues in the area for performance groups. Say you have a band or a choir and they want to do an educational field trip, but they also need an opportunity to perform while they're on travel. This particular tab lists those venues. Voluntourism, you may or may not be familiar with this term, but this is also an industry term for groups that like to volunteer while they're on their trip. So this lists voluntourism opportunities in the area. The additional activities, these are all of the other activities that we have in the area, and they're broken down by category as well. We have agricultural and eco, we have horseback riding, we have all of our sports teams, we have movie theaters, skating, bowling, those types, additional activities. And then of course you can download our printed piece through the brochure. The top navigation here gives you a little more information about the program and our partners under the About tab. Maps and directions, pretty much self-explanatory there. You can download the maps that we offer here at the Visitor Center and through our huntsville.org website. Book It allows you to fill out a form and submit that information. It comes directly to me and I can follow up and help you create your customized itinerary. The calendar, lodging, dining, and contact us tabs are links directly to huntsville.org, and they link to those specific sections of the huntsville.org. And of course our partners tab gives you more information about our partnering attractions. So that's a quick overview of the new website, and of course I invite you to go through it and review it, and just like any website, it will be a continual work in progress as new things hopefully join the program. But as Judy mentioned earlier, we are joined today by some of our local partners, some of our attraction partners, and I would like to ask them to make some brief remarks at this time. So we'll start first with Dr. Finley, who is the VP of Educational Initiatives at the Space and Rocket Center.
Thank you all. Being a 25-year formal educator, I can tell you I have spent many an hour on a field trip bus. And so to see this new website rolled out and see how helpful that will be to educators both regionally and nationally, that's fantastic. So thank you so much for all your work. You know, here in Huntsville, Madison County, we are rich in the most precious of natural resources, our youth. For more than 30 years, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center's Space Camp has mined, captured, and released the potential of young people. As an official NASA visitor center, as well as a Smithsonian affiliate, the center is home to one of the world's largest collections of space history and is proud to serve our local community with exciting feature exhibits. Right now, Da Vinci the Genius. It's there till March 2nd, so if you've not been, come on over and see the exhibit. We also provide immersive educational programs, but the reach of the center spreads far beyond the Tennessee Valley. Last year, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center hosted more than 585,000 guests and trainees, representing more than 60 countries globally. Educators came to Huntsville from all 50 states to gain increased professional knowledge in STEM education. Our trainees explore the critical elements of space science and human space flight, covering educational standards in courses such as physics, biology, chemistry, technology, and astronomy, all critical sets in today's high-demand STEM-related occupations. In Madison County, we know the quality of education. We know it's a strong economic driver here in Huntsville, Madison County. We know that early STEM engagement stimulates interest in skilled jobs, that it feeds the workforce pipeline and increases productivity. At the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, you'll find interactive exhibits and simulators which provide a unique and inspiring experience for all. You'll see the authentic Apollo 16 command module, which carried 3 astronauts to the moon. You can climb into the Mercury and Apollo trainers and see the Skylab solar array and the original Saturn V moon rocket, a National Historic Landmark. Yes, as a leader in informal education, we take pride in our role, and we take our role very seriously as informal educators. Daily, we engage our guests in hands-on experiences. Our ultimate field trip provides students real-world application by showing the relevance behind what they are doing every day in the classroom. In Space Camp, you'll experience living and working in space, using simulators like a 1/6 gravity chair, participate in hands-on activities, building and launching rockets, conduct science experiments on the International Space Station before flying missions into space. Up to date on today's space access, Space Camp includes commercial and international space missions to the International Space Station, the Moon, and Mars. Space Camp's sister program, you've heard, Aviation Challenge, is a realistic Top Gun military training experience where young people enjoy hands-on learning, activities, and instructions from military and civilian pilots. Trainees gain an understanding of the basics of aerodynamics, flight, physiology, and wilderness survival. Aviation trainees spend an exciting and educational week in the great outdoors in high-performance jet simulators, training like military fighter pilots. In Space Camp Robotics, you'll design and engineer robots for land, air, and sea. So, if you all have passed your teenage years, don't give up, there's still an opportunity. Actually, we're seeing tremendous growth in our family and adult camp programs. So come to the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Stay an hour or stay a week. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center is for everyone, regionally, nationally, and globally. Thank you.
You know, it was about probably 12 years ago that the CVB, Judy and her team here, recognized the fact that Huntsville had so much to offer students, that we probably are the capital of hands-on learning in the United States. This is an incredible thing. There's plenty of communities with things for kids to do, but nowhere that takes those things and mixes them with education as much as Huntsville does and the surrounding county. So about 10 years ago, I guess it was, we launched this idea called Educational Escapes, and we have seen it evolve, we've seen it be productive, we've seen from a museum and an attraction standpoint be extremely impactful. We are seeing children from all over the country, as well as coming through this program or just knowing of us and getting involved in us in distance learning opportunities and all types of other educational opportunities. Whether it's Space Camp, whether it's Bird on the Mountain, whether it's SciQuest or any of the Early Works museums, all of us have seen attendance from different regions that we probably would have not touched if it hadn't been for Educational Escapes and the work here of the team at the CVB. So today I applaud the continued effort and that you've stuck with it for almost 12 years now as we've developed this and moved it to the next level. It's fantastic, and from an early work standpoint, we congratulate you and thank you very much.
Passion. Helping students find life goals. That's the primary purpose of education. That's what Educational Escapes is helping do. Hi, I'm Bill McInnish. As she said, I'm from Pizitz Middle School, and I don't normally do this. Usually what's on the other side of me are students. But through Educational Escapes over the last, I'd say 8, 9 years, I've had opportunities to meet people that have allowed me to go out to the Rocket Center and out to NASA and do job following with NASA engineers on different projects. I've been able to take those experiences back to the classroom and inspire students. Through this program also, I have brought students up here, and they've got to go through the Rocketry Center, and we've taken them out to NASA. And there's nothing like it when you see the face of a child and they're watching intently as a controller is sitting there and talking to the astronauts on the International Space Station, and they realize this is really happening, this is live. Or you take them around the corner and they get to go into the mock-up of the International Space Station, and the trainers are sitting there explaining to them why there's Velcro on the ceiling. Those aha moments that you see in a child's face, you can't replace those in the classroom. And that's what this program's providing. Thank you.